Today, we're going to be taking a close look at everything we know so far about the upcoming Pokemon TCG expansion, Paradox Rift, including some very interesting details that have been left out of the public release page and some key information that is still missing or possibly overlooked on the Pokemon Center website for the ETB products themselves, as well as some of the additional artworks that we haven't seen yet announced in the English set based on the Japanese set Raging Surf that Paradox Rift is supposed to be based on. Before we get into this video, I just wanted to say, if you're new here, my name is PokeFang. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and welcome to the Fang Gang. So let's get into it. The one thing we do know for sure is that the release date for Paradox Rift is slated to be November 3rd, 2023, which is actually coming up pretty fast right on the other side of Pokemon 151. Heading over to Pokemon.com's website, we have a very tiny little page with a brief overview of the set. It actually doesn't give you very much information at all. So what I actually find is interesting, if you scroll down to the bottom of the page here and click on Press Site, you'll head over to the Pokemon Company International's official press site. Now, this media alert here for Paradox Rift's release actually gives a lot more information and tells a little bit of a different story about Paradox Rift. I just want to point out the differences between Paradox Rift and a more recent set that we're familiar with, like Obsidian Flames, which universally feels like a smaller set with not a lot of variety in the chase cards. But what I find extremely interesting is that in Paradox Rift, we're expecting 34 illustration rare Pokemon compared to just 12 in Obsidian Flames, which is a very exciting piece of information. But that's not even the whole story. We actually are expecting 15 special illustration rare Pokemon and supporter cards compared to just 6. 15 compared to 6. And in terms of full arts, we're expecting to see 28 ultra rare full art etched Pokemon EX and supporter cards compared to just 12 in Obsidian Flames, more than double. And speaking of more than double, we've also got 7 hyper rare gold etched cards expected in Paradox Rift compared to just 3 in Obsidian Flames. We're talking about a difference of almost 3 times the number of illustration rares, over double the number of special illustration rares. So this is actually really promising and exciting news for Paradox Rift. So speaking of doubling and tripling, let's actually take a look at the ETBs that are coming out for Paradox Rift. We've got 2 regular ETBs featuring both Iron Valiant and Roaring Moon, and then we also have Pokemon Center exclusive versions of those same ETBs. That's right, if you are a sealed ETB collector like myself, you better be ready to have 4 new ETBs in your collection for a single set. It is incredibly hard to keep up with sets like this when they do that, but lo and behold, gotta catch them all. So I'm going to be trying to get at least one of each. So this is interesting. As I was taking a look at what the actual contents are for each of these ETBs, I did notice that there's one thing still missing from the actual listing, and that's a photo of the promo cards. So we still actually don't know quite yet. I'm not sure when they're going to be releasing that information, but it is interesting that they left out what the actual promo card is going to be in each of these ETBs. And I thought maybe it was written down in the list below. So for the Iron Valiant version of the ETB, I scrolled down and it says there's going to be 1 full art promo featuring a future Pokemon, which made me think I should probably check the contents for the Roaring Moon version of the ETB, which, as you may have guessed, is going to be including 1 full art promo card featuring an ancient Pokemon. So depending on which ETB you get, you will be getting a different promo card, similar to what we saw in Scarlet and Violet, but these will be the new future and ancient type Pokemon that we have not seen in previous sets so far. It also means that there's going to be 2 separate promo cards with that Pokemon Center exclusive stamp to look out for if you are interested in collecting those. And before we get into some of the card artworks in this set, let's take a quick look at the pack art, which is going to be featuring Roaring Moon, Iron Valiant, Armarouge, and interestingly enough, the only Terraform Pokemon on these artworks is going to be a water type Garchomp. Let's actually take a look at some of the actual cards and artworks we can expect to see. So interestingly enough, Paradox Rift is going to be based off of Raging Surf. That's a Japanese set that's going to be dropping on September 22nd in Japan. But we actually have seen quite a few of the English artworks that are going to be coming out, specifically the Iron Moth with the new future typing, Iron Bundle. We've got the Iron Valiant EX, all with that new future badge on there and that new styling. And we've also seen some of the ancient types with that new badge and design appearing on the new Roaring Moon EX, Screamtail, and Brute Bonnet. And we could also be seeing this new Lightning Terra type Mewtwo EX and Metal type Skeledirge EX that we're seeing in some Japanese Raging Surf EX decks. We can also expect to see this Grass type Frostless. And since it is featured on the pack art for Paradox Rift, I think it's safe to say we'll be seeing this Garchomp EX Terra Waterform card make an appearance in this set. And honestly, guys, I'm really feeling the artwork on this Ancient Brute Bonnet. The artist that did this one is quickly becoming one of my favorite Pokemon artists. This artist actually did the full evolution line of my Ghosties right here in the Pokemon 151 set in Japanese. I'm really hoping to see those artworks in the new upcoming Pokemon 151 set. So I want to open the discussion up to you guys in the Fan Gang. Are you more excited for Pokemon 151 or Paradox Rift? Let me know in the comments. Hit that like button on the way out. Make sure to subscribe to join the Fan Gang. And as always, happy haunting.